right, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning, the day before Thanksgiving. And earlier, Bern Pareso brought us some chocolate.
The day before Thanksgiving.
Oh, did I say Thanksgiving?
You said Thanksgiving.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean Valentine's Day. What am I thinking? The day before Valentine's Day. Anyway, so Bern Pareso, thank you for catching that. Oh, my gosh. Where's my head? So,
see, I really do pay attention.
So, Bern, thank you. Bern, I'm guessing Dr. Danoff says, what? Anyway, gosh, I messed up my intro. Good morning, Dr. Dudley Danoff. He's been with us so many times, I'm not going to make him wait for the intro. Good morning, Doctor. How are you?
I'm fine, Larry. How are you?
Good. Did you catch that I said Thanksgiving?
I did indeed. I was I was trading in my chocolates for turkey.
Dr. Danoff is a doctor, first of all, on the West Coast. You're in L.A., right?
Correct.
You've seen a lot of famous penises in your life, right?
and a lot of not so famous penises.
He's a men's health expert, and what I was leading to, if I hadn't messed up, would have been this thing about chocolate. Because we had a story this morning that said chocolate was, it doesn't say an aphrodisiac, it says it contains theobromine, let's see, believed to produce the feelings of being in love. Have you ever heard that before?
Well, I've heard the expression "candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker," but I don't.
I concur.
Oh, that's funny.
But
that's funny.
I'm going to pass on the bromides.
All right, so sexy ideas for celebrating Valentine's Day, not Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, and they're good for your health, right? That's the idea. That's what our topic today.
Yeah, it's a good topic. How to have a healthy Valentine's Day. Have sex.
So how is it out in L.A.? Are you getting a lot of rain?
Oh, gosh, yeah. But finally, yesterday, the sun was shining for the first time in about 5 days. But everything is soaking wet.
But you need
it. Very unusual for us out here when we don't see rain sometimes for 6 months.
You need it.
So it's very welcome.
All right, so sexy ideas for celebrating Valentine's Day. Are they all natural?
Well, I think they are.
Okay.
I said, one of the great pleasures of life is having sex. So on Valentine's, have sex. It's great for your health. It's great for your body. It's great for your cardiovascular system. It's great for your mentality. So that's a great way to start Valentine's Day.
Do you know, we had a discussion once about, okay, I mean, sex is for procreation, and therefore, if you lose your ability to have sex or you desire to have sex, maybe it's just God's way or nature's way of saying, you know what, you couldn't raise children at this point anyway, so we're just going to turn it off. But what you just said is true, though. A lot of us, it's not about, I mean, the children years are past, for me anyway, but you still want to hang out and, get the thing going.
Well, I mean, sure, it's one of, life's great pleasures, and it's, as I say, good for your cardiovascular system. It's good for everything. I mean, love doesn't necessarily have to end with procreation.
Right.
Love is a bond between two people. They could be of the same sex. They could be of opposite sex. They could be married. They could have a relationship. But it's one of the most fulfilling things that you can do in your life. It warms your heart. It enriches your soul. And Valentine's Day is a salute to all of that, as far as I can see. But I'm talking as a health professional. I'm not a love counselor.
No, I know. But I'm just wondering if your conversation is different for a 20-something-year-old than it is for a 60-something-year-old. Does it change?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, with a 20-year-old, I mean, the biggest message is be careful. The world is a cruel, hard place out there. And with a 60-year-old, you're trying to help them or encourage them. Maybe don't be so careful.
Okay.
You're wise, and you see the world through a broader set of lenses, and you can take more chances. A 20-year-old is like a wild horse. You're trying to hold them back. You're trying to keep them in check. You're trying to, get their brain back between their ears.
Yeah.
I've always heard some people say that people will go crazy if they don't have sex, that you have to have it for psychological reasons.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that are celibate, and, maybe they're all crazy. I don't know. But No, I don't think there's any medical. There's no intrinsic chemical, that says that if you don't have sex, it's going to affect your mentality. I mean, we have soldiers, we have people in battle, we have people that are ill, we have people that, for religious reasons, are celibate. And, we don't see a lot of lunatics running around that group. But I would say no more lunatics in that group than in any other group.
Yeah, that's right. Priests would all be going nutty if that was the case. Right? Priests are all to go. So I want to hear the sexy ideas. We have sexy ideas for celebrating Valentine's Day, and it says there are 4 of them. Okay. You can pick any 4 that you like, but where's my notes?
They say we're going to start with have sex, and I would say the second idea that I would emphasize is don't let performance anxiety ruin your Valentine's Day. I mean, that's just the killer.
So performance anxiety. Do women ever get this? Do women ever have performance anxiety?
Well, I would say far less than men. Women can fake it. A man is right out there. If the flagpole isn't there with the flag waving at the end of it, the world can see it. So performance anxiety is much more prevalent in the male population than the female population.
But women like to know that they're the ones that turn on their fellow, that he's not thinking about somebody else during that moment. So they want to be very good.
No, I agree. Men are infinitely more visual than women in terms of sexual arousal. Yeah, a woman, that's her job. But a man no less.
You just got in trouble, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. No, I mean, not with Robin. Robin doesn't care.
No.
But Gloria Steinem might be calling you. I don't know.
That's her job.
Well, look, it's mutual. I mean, love, especially on a Valentine, is a give and take. I mean, the more a man gives to a woman, the more he's going to get back in return, and I think vice versa. And I'm married over 40 years. I don't think what I said is pejorative in any way. I try my best to give my best, and in return, I expect the best. So
there you go. That's sweet.
That's love.
And I think when you look at the whole package of a relationship, it is. I mean, you should be doing everything together. You should be helping out with the housework, and she should be helping change the spark plugs. I think so. The book that you have written is called The Ultimate Guide to Male Sexual Health and How to Stay Vital at Any Age. And that's also the website as well, right? The Ultimate Guide to Men's Health.com?
Yeah, The Ultimate Guide to Male Health. Leave out the word sexual. The Ultimate Guide to Male Health is the website, and the book is The Ultimate Guide to Male Sexual Health.
Oh, to male sexual health, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. It's written for the layman. It's funny. It's tongue-in-cheek. It's accurate. It's got everything you wanted to know, but we're afraid to ask. It's been a popular book. I've had a lot of fun with it.
In your practice as a doctor, if a man comes to you and says, I need a Viagra or something like that, do you ever suggest something alternative, or is it always does Viagra answer fit the bill better than anything else?
Well, Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, though, that class of drugs they're fantastic drugs. They have almost no downside effects except if you have coronary artery disease on taking nitroglycerin. But otherwise, those are great, fantastic drugs. And it's actually a first line. I mean, even if you come in with psychological ED, sometimes to break the vicious cycle, I do prescribe those drugs. There are no really artificial substitutes. I mean, goat horn or rhinoceros nose.
Okay, but I wasn't really referring to that. But I was thinking, what about like losing weight or exercising or?
Oh, absolutely, exercise. Low cholesterol diet, a good exercise program. I mean, having sex is physically demanding. And if you're not in good shape, you're not going to have good sex.
I think you're probably right, yeah.
Yeah, weight control. And we always think of underlying disease. Does the patient have hidden diabetes or hypertension or hypercholesterolemia? So, yeah, as a doctor, if somebody has ED, the first thing, you don't give them a pill. You say, is there something else?
Yeah.
Some underlying problem, some health issue that we're not recognizing, which is manifesting itself as ED? So, yeah, the pill is the quick fix, but I think you have to ask the next question.
But if okay, I mean, this is maybe a ladies' doctor question, but I'll ask you since you're on the phone. But if she's not, let's say, if her body isn't doing what it's supposed to do, like it did when she was younger, let's say,
right?
That's what do you call it? Lubricating or whatever? Whatever you call it.
You go through menopause.
Do you, is that a sign that something is going on with her? Just as it would
Well, I mean, again, that's menopause in a woman. It's andropause in a man. I mean, testosterone in men declines as age increases. So there are ways in treating men. You can use testosterone replacement therapy. There's certainly hormone replacement therapy, estrogen creams. There's all sorts of things that you can do out there to kind of combat the ravages of age. I think you can be very proactive, and as long as you can get up in the morning and make it to the bathroom sink and brush your teeth, you should be able to have sex. It might be different. You may have to modify a lot of things, but it can be no less enjoyable.
Let me take a phone call, and then we'll take our break, and then we'll come back. Good morning. Thank you for calling and for waiting. You're on the air with Dr. Dudley Danoff.
Yes, thank you. Doctor, should one discourage masturbation in young people just before their teens, or just more or less leave them alone?
We have the best listeners, don't we, Doctor?
I know, they're great. They love you.
Well, what's the answer?
I would say absolutely best leave them alone. I mean, you're not allocated by the law to any set number of orgasms. It's limitless. You could wear the skin out either on your hand or the shaft of the penis, but no, there's no harm in it. And I hardly know a young male that doesn't. So it reminds me of the story of the young little child, is playing with his, what, and his grandmother says to him, son, now you stop doing that, or you're going to go blind. And he his grandmother, Grandma, can't I just do this until I need glasses?
All right, let me take a break. We'll be right back. Dr. Dudley Danoff. The book again is called The Ultimate Guide to Male Sexual Health. The website is The Ultimate Guide to Male Health.com. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For the rest of the day, some sun along with a passing shower. At afternoon, high 77 to 79. Mainly cloudy for tonight, low 57 to 65. For tomorrow, partial sunshine with a shower at a few spots, high 77 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
It's the end of the fiscal year, and that means budget cuts and number crunching. Now's the time of the year you're evaluating your expenses, planning your budget, and finding ways to save money and increase efficiency to maximize profits. Dex Imaging understands and delivers. Call Dex Imaging today for a free document management evaluation. Cutting your office expenses is as easy as calling Dex Imaging, 352-266-0333. Start saving money today and increase your bottom line with Dex Imaging. Printers, copiers, and fax machines that increase office productivity and save you money. No one understands your bottom line better. Call Dex Imaging today, 352-266-0333, or check them out on the web at deximaging.com. That's DEXimaging.com. Or call 352-266-0333 for your free document management evaluation today.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
The Daytona 500. It's the race that defines legends, and as the world's only motorsports stadium, Daytona International Speedway is the place that redefines what a race can be. You can experience it all and witness the next career-defining NASCAR moment at the Great American Race. But hurry, the 2016 race sold out, so don't miss out in 2017. The Daytona 500, Sunday, February 26th. Guarantee your seats at 1-800-PIT-SHOP or Daytona500.com.
All right, 20 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Dr. Dudley Danoff is on the phone. His book is called The Ultimate Guide to Male Sexual Health. And the website, Doctor, I just want to correct something you said. It's The Ultimate Guide to Men's Health.com. That's your website.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, because Robin just told me that if you go to that, the one you said, the male, what did you say, male instead of
Male
men's?
health, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, okay. Well, that shows how savvy I am.
All right.
When you look at penises all day, you just can't think of anything else.
God.
I'm glad you're married more than 40 years. That's wonderful. Your wife is lucky.
To the same woman. She's
That's
still
right.
smiling. Or laughing at me.
So are the ladies looking for sex tomorrow, or the men looking for sex tomorrow? What's the real truth there?
Boy, that's a good one. I think it's about a 50-50 on that one.
Really? Robin, do you agree?
I agree.
She's going to agree.
I agree, yeah. Women want all the goodies, but they also want that, too.
But you better not forget. That's then nobody's going to do anything, right?
Right. Get out that American Express card, boy. If you want to get lucky.
You talk about aphrodisiacs.
Yeah, well, it's not what you would think. It's not rhinoceros horn or goat gonads. The greatest aphrodisiac for me or for anyone is love itself. Mm-hmm. Nothing beats that. Love, kindness of heart, openness of spirit. That's the greatest aphrodisiac, and I think it's called love.
What do you think about that? The 50 Shades of Grey storyline. What do you think of that? That just seems so horrible. I don't know. I can't imagine getting off by whipping somebody.
Well, it's beyond my pay grade. I just can't conceive of it. I know it's out there. S&M is a part of our culture. I can't relate to it, and I don't know personally anybody that can, but I know it's out there.
And you have to have open communication, though, between the two partners. And sometimes one partner might think it's embarrassing to talk about things or bring things up so they don't say anything. How do you get over that stigma?
Yeah, I talk a lot about that in my book. It's openness. Tell me what you want. I'll tell you what I want. Let's meet on some common ground. And openness and communication. Leave anger outside in a box. Compartmentalize it. Don't come home with a lot of stress from the office. Compartmentalize it and then communicate. Wars have been solved. Deals have been made, and all by communicating. So if you're an effective communicator, you can be an effective lover.
Let's take another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, Larry, and good morning, Doc. Listen, I'm 76 years old, and I had a wife for 43 years, and people ask me how I've lived with such a beautiful, nice lady for so long, and it took me years to learn this, but there was three things I learned to do. And first of all, I'd hold her hand, and then we'd say a short prayer, say, Lord Jesus, help us. And then I learned to watch my words with her. I learned to think before I spoke to her and always try to build her up and lift her up, never give her anything bad words. If she did something I didn't quite like, I didn't express myself. I gave her good words. And the last thing, I made a mental list of 100 little things she liked. It was kind of, the day she died, I got her 10 movies, and I got her the state she liked, and got her the beer she liked. But those three things worked for me, and it was great. And then the sex, you don't worry about sex. If sex is natural, it just comes natural, and with the tenderness and love, and it just happens. Okay, thank you guys.
No, I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
gave me chills.
Doctor, what do you think?
Fantastic advice. Put your brain in front of your tongue. Be kind and gentle to your mate. think of all those 100 lists of little favorites, and don't do them all in one day. Dole them out. 2 this week, 2 next week. Those are the things that make a relationship. And there's another thing that the caller just missed. 2 words, and that's yes, dear. Yes, dear part of a long relationship is crucial. Now, but the thing about the yes, dear, you say yes, dear, and then you do whatever you want.
That's right. There you go. There you go. That works.
I have something I want to tell you. When I was a kid, and before I knew how babies were made, I was watching a TV show, and a child asks the mother, where did I come from? How was I made? And the mother says, well, your father loved me so much that you were born. Okay, so now as a kid, I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I've got a crush on Donna.
Right.
I hope she doesn't. Oh my God, I better stop having those thoughts.
Right.
I had no idea that there was anything physical involved at all.
I hope you learned somewhere else.
No, I never figured it out.
And you also advocate creativity.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. Think of something new. Think of something fresh. Think of a new curl on an old trick. Surprise in a pleasant way. Be creative. All of those things go to make a relationship interesting. The tender moments, hold a hand, say something sweet. Be creative.
Do you ever get feedback from women? Do women tell you things that kind of you then can apply to what the man needs to know?
Well, women are infinitely more sensitive than men. I mean, most women are more sensitive than most men. I've learned a lot from women. A lot. I've learned a lot of tenderness. I've learned to be patient. I've learned to be understanding. I've learned to look at, not my way or the highway, meant to be often wrong, but never in doubt. My wife said, you are often wrong and you should be in doubt. There's a certain, men are harder edged. Women are softer around the edges, more rounded.
But you know what? The one thing I don't understand, and this is from movies, not from any woman I've ever known, but like you said before, share with each other what you really want, be honest with each other what you really want. In this one movie, this woman wanted a bed covered with rose petals. Now, what is that going to do?
Well, if that's what she wants, give the lady what she likes.
Wow, I just
you might be surprised what you will get in return.
Just take out the thorns.
Yeah.
Just leave out the thorns.
That's good.
Do you think loving relationship perspectives have changed because of social media, because of everything wrong that's out there?
Yeah, I think it also has created a lot of anxiety, up to expectations. You look at the beautiful bodies on the advertisement in the gym, and then a man looks down and he sees a little paunch, a little sagging here and hanging there. And so a lot of the images that we see in the media, we try to relate to ourselves. Then we look in the mirror in the morning and we see something less than average, and it creates a lot of anxiety. So I think the media has not been helpful in self-image. It really has been very destructive, in my view.
The book, we always have fun with Dr. Danoff, but the book really is a very useful guide, and it is called The Ultimate Guide to Male Sexual Health, and the website is The Ultimate Guide to Men's Health.com. And if you go there, it's more than about the book. I mean, he's got a fact sheet. He's got a place where you can ask Dr. Danoff a question. He has a blog going on there, some videos. So go to the website and get the book. Do you know, there's one thing I have to ask you this. It was an article yesterday, Robin, was it, or this morning? There's I don't know if you're familiar with BuzzFeed, but that's a
Yeah, I know it.
It's a popular website. Oh my gosh, we're almost out of time. But anyway, they say that the 10 sex toys you should have for Valentine's Day. Just a real short statement. What is your thought on sex toys at all? Are they good, bad?
I think anything that is not harmful and anything that goes on consensually behind the doors of two consenting adults, and it's not dangerous and it's not harmful, it's in play. It's on the playing field. So I make no judgments.
Well, have a great Valentine's Day, Doctor. Good to hear from you again. Always fun. Dr. Dudley Danoff, again, the website, theultimateguidetомenshealth.com. And the book is The Ultimate Guide to Male Sexual Health. Thank you, Doctor.
Always a pleasure, Larry, and thanks for helping with my website.
Oh, you're welcome. Robin did that. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Officials in Northern California say the situation's still hazardous as crews try to repair a hole in a spillway at the Oroville Dam that's forced evacuation of nearly 200,000 people.
I panicked and just started putting things in my car, basically my violin, a didgeridoo, some family photos.
The dam is the nation's tallest. Republicans in the Senate